it is another beautiful Wellness Wednesday here on High Impact TV, tea or coffee. And you know, here is where we either take tea or we take coffee. And High Impact TV, of course, we are the first full HD TV station in Nigeria. And we are known for securing the future. We educate, we inform, and we entertain you. My name is Mudukwe Jacobs, and I have with me, as always on Wednesdays, two beautiful ladies, starting from you.
Oluwaseun Olusegun.
And good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
You guys are looking bright.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so today we'll be talking about dietary habits for children.
Definitely.
Yes, you're welcome back to Tea or Coffee, and we are still talking about dietary habits for children. Yes, we still have a nutritionist in the studio with us. Yes, Ebenezer Anifowose, and we were talking about, you know, our experience, our cousin and all, and thankfully you've been able to explain that, you know. So now let's talk about, you know, what is the right food intake, in what proportion, and what type of food do you think is recommended, is best for children now that especially they are going, you know, they are already back in school, you know, for all-round growth.
Yes, very similar to the food recommendations for adults.
Okay.
I also just want to say, before I delve into it, that there is no special food, because people usually have this habit of, once they hear that food is good, then they just latch onto that food. Yes, and then they say it's good, they take too much of it. So it's always about having that balance.
Okay.
And we've also moved from balanced diet to adequate diet. Yeah. It's about...
Yes, I was about to ask.
Back in school, I mean, years ago, they teach us balanced diets, carbohydrate, protein, and that's what makes your diet balanced. But eating is very from nutrition.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a difference. So if you eat, doesn't mean you are actually getting nutrition from that food. So adequate nutrition is what is important now, ensuring that you are getting adequate. And it's adequate because on a daily basis, children, adults, they need a certain amount of vitamins and minerals. Then go on to say energy and other things. So if we are not getting those daily doses of vitamins and minerals, we are not feeding ourselves like we should. We're not getting adequate nutrition. And plus and minus, I think that's what affects us over time. So for children, there has to be that balance in all of the classes of food. And the new class of food, not really new, but no, with science and research, they keep coming with new information. So cereals, so we have the corn, the millet, and every other food group under that. Then we have the tubers, cassava, yam, and co. Then we have the fruit and vegetables, of course, fruits, major fruits that we all know, and vegetables, leafy green vegetables, and that. And then we also have the salt cereals, legumes. Legumes are the beans, the lentils, cowpeas, soya beans, and all that. So those are the major food groups, and we just have to ensure that a child has, on a daily basis, takes food from all of those food groups. Carbohydrates, which gives the energy, should form about 40 to 50% of the diet. Then fruit and vegetables, also about, I skipped protein earlier. Fruit and vegetables, also about 30%. And then protein, about 15 to 30%. Proteins, of course, meat, fish, and all the eggs and milks, and all of their derivatives. So it's not about ensuring they have that balance. But children are growing, so they need lots of protein. They need it on a daily basis, and then milk is important because it gets to fortify them with vitamins, calcium rather, and many other nutrients. So I think that would be it really. Of course, it's a wide topic, and we won't really go down into doing calculations about a child probably needs around 1,000 to 1,500 calories per day. But of course, the emphasis is no more on calories. We're moving on from there because it kind of distorts healthy nutrition. People now just count calories. So the emphasis is on calories, but obviously, if you do give your child breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it reflects all of these food groups, and the child has enough to their fuel, they are likely to cover the calories by default.
Okay, sorry, I actually have to come in there talking about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, you said you must take something light. Now, what you refer as something light might not be what I would see as something light.
Right.
Some parents still feel like noodles can be something light, rice can be something light. But as a nutritionist, I would want you to actually mention particular
specific
foods that would actually be perfect for breakfast. For children.
Rice is not a no-no for breakfast. It's fine.
Okay.
Of course, that just means you won't have too much of it. Bread, toasts, eggs. Really, okay, maybe because I'm on air, I think.
No brands.
What do you say?
No brands.
Yeah, no brands. Yeah,
Yeah, no brands.
But I think what we would not want to have for breakfast are heavy foods. I think let's just put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's wrong to say don't have this kind of food for breakfast. There's no law that says that. So, but if it's not too heavy, that won't make the child feel drowsy, then I think it's
because
fine.
a lot of people actually take in noodles in the morning. First is fast to make, and then
Yes.
I
would not want us to shake that noodles table because there is a lot to be shaken there.
I know,
A
right?
whole lot. And then another thing about talking about breakfast, I think there is all these fortified cereals that you could use milk, because I know there's something about children between 0 to 5 years, they have this growth, this brain growth, and then the cognitive functions are kind of built there. So they need omega-3 fatty acids and then foods containing them, specifically milk. I think they said from 0 to 5 years old, they should always take milk, right?
Yes.
Because of those compounds. Okay.
But let me also just add that bearing it down, now fortified meals are required because we know that it's more difficult to get in all of those nutrients by eating food. So ideally, we only fortify because we know we are not getting them from food. If you get what I mean.
Yes.
So yes. So that's why, of course, it's important to now put the children on fortified diets, fortified cereals, and ensure they get enough.
So just because our time is fast spent, let me ask this quick question about picky children. Now let me give an example, because I have a niece, and then thankfully she doesn't like sweet things. If you give her sweet, she won't take it. You know, she's more of the fruits person. You give her apple, you give her pineapple. She loves, fruits. But in a case where, you now want to give her rice, and she's so picky that, there's specific things that she likes and that you can't just even force her to take. So in case of picky children, how can you encourage them to, eat healthy, especially when they don't want to, take the food?
Plus, before you answer that question, you were talking about food choices, how you can educate these children to know the difference between right and wrong. So how do you draw the line between giving them the choice to choose, the choice for healthy meals or of healthy meals, and they saying, okay, I don't want to eat this, how do you draw that line between picky eats and giving them a choice?
So that it can actually be part of them, and they get to the point where they can make choices themselves.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'll start off from here.
Okay.
I think if children, if I can say picky eaters for children, babies, toddlers, they're picky, they're doing a lot of things, and then you have to look for what they want. But once someone becomes a child, 5 years, 5 to 10, we will still have a lot of say on their food choices. But a time comes when they say they don't just eat something, or they might actually react to it or become allergic to it. I think partly it's because of how they started. I mean, what they were fed when they were much, much smaller. So what I'm trying to say is people can get used to foods.
Yes,
if I've never had yam while or I didn't have enough of it while I was 1, 2, 3, it might be difficult for me to start eating yam or liking yam at 5. So when a child says, I don't like this, it isn't natural. The child, it was an habit the child had now developed to say, I don't like a particular food. So we can actually also change that. So it's not always absolute. When someone says, I don't like this food, we can help the child learn to like the food by introducing the food subtly or in different forms as we can. Of course, not like forcing child to eat what child doesn't want to eat, absolutely.
Or you modify the forms.
Modify the forms, yes, process it. So if it's beans, akara, and the likes, mamoy and co. So how to help picky children? So there's no formula that works. It's about understanding your child and just helping them to understand. The knowledge will always play a part, depending on the age of the child, that you need these foods. So knowledge can help, and then processing the food, modifying into different forms, giving alternatives, and then introducing the food little by little can help over time. So I think that would be it really, because there's really no way to, except there's a specific case you are addressing.
Okay, I'm going to be very brief with this because our time is fast spent. Okay, so talking about picky eating, there was a time my nephew, when he was growing up, he was about 1 year old. So, and then my sister wanted the best nutrition for him, so she got this really expensive brand, and then introduced it to the child. Very expensive, fortified with nutrients and all that. And no, this baby refused to take it. The baby was taking the regular cereals, you know, ogi and all that. I'm like, what kind of child? So how do you do that? You know, despite the fact, okay, she withdrew it at some point, later introduced it. No, the child refused. So how do you deal with that? You just cut the food out?
Well, yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you just have to, you can try again, but not like it's the only, not like that's the food the child has to eat to grow. If the child doesn't have that food, nothing will happen. So it's just about finding the alternatives. And then
thank you very much, Ebenezer Anifowose, for coming to the show today.
Thanks
I was really thank you for coming today.
Yes.
All right. So we've learned that, you know, we have to give our children the right, you know, food.
It's not just about eating, but the nutrition.
The nutrition in it. There's fruits, vegetables, you know, and the likes of it. I could go on and on about what we have learned, because we actually have learned a lot, but our time is fast spent. But so I'm going to just do this quickly. Does that mean pass it to you?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. We know
coming.
we cannot quantify it, but then thank you very much
Thank
for
you
honoring us.
so much
with
fun.
your
And yes, of
knowledge.
course, on behalf of High Impact TV, yes, we are presenting that
Thank
to
you very much.
as a
Thank
token
you.
of our appreciation.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Thanks for
All
having
right.
me.
It's at this point that we
Yes,
have to
we
wrap
have to
up
wrap
the
up.
show.
Time to go.
But we'll be sure to take tea or coffee this morning.
Yeah,
It's important. All right. So please join us same time and of course same station tomorrow for another exciting episode of Tea or Coffee. My name remains Modupe Jacobs.
And I am Uraola Pupola.
And I'm Oluwase Olusegun.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers. Bye. Bye.